Hey, how's it going, everybody? And welcome to another exciting episode of Channel X. It's the weekend, and I'll explain why I'm going to be apologizing about this. I am your host, TomDog247, and as always, I'm Tom Dog all day and Tom Dog all night. Ooh, baby, alright. So, before we get to the shoutouts and everything, I do want to make a quick apology for doing this episode extremely late. Oh, hold on. I know I forgot something. Okay. Forgot some stuff that I had to plug. Quick apology before we do the shout-outs and all that good shit that we always do each and every week. Yeah, I apologize for doing the episode now instead of Thursday, this past Thursday. A lot was going on. I pretty much, stupid me, fell asleep, and I didn't wake up until like 4 in the morning. So, but then I went back to bed again after I had to use the bathroom. So, I do apologize for that. And then on Friday, we had some connection issues and everything. So, because we had some really strong winds that was messing up my my internet connection. So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna go see a movie and call it a night. And then tonight, just got back from seeing an old friend of mine at the bar and everything like that. So big shout out to Joseph. How you doing? So it was good seeing him again. Big fan of the show. I mentioned his birthday not too long ago. So it was good hanging out. Good hanging out with him and everything like that. So big shout out to him. So yeah. So I guess it's better late than never, I guess you could say. So all right, so speaking of shout outs, let's go ahead and do those shout outs. My good buddy Josh, if you haven't checked out his podcast Absolute Talk with Josh Albert, you're missing out on some good clean family fun on this talk show, on his podcast Absolute Talk with Josh Albert, and it's absolutely amazing. So check it out. You can check them out on iTunes. You can download the Podbean app, or you can check it out on the website absolutetalk.podbean.com. Check it out today. Big shout out to my good friend Jen Y, because it's just Jen. How you doing? Hope you're having a good time this weekend, or what's left of the weekend, I should say. And of course, big shout out to our good friends David and Marissa. How you guys doing? Hope you had a great weekend. The plugs, not the hair plugs. We all know I don't need them. Loot Crate. If you have not yet subscribed to Loot Crate, you're missing out on some awesome stuff. I finally got the unboxing done for January. Finally got that in after not hearing any word about it. So I mean, it's better late than never. But you know, I noticed that they've been kind of late on their subscriptions lately, and you know, I mean, I like you. You know, I do like you guys over at Loot Crate, but you know, you gotta get on the ball with this and start bringing these orders out on time. I mean, even if you have to do like a second facility or something like that to get these going, you know. I mean, I wouldn't mind working on if you decide to do an East Coast circuit. I mean, hey, I'm your guy. So, but But yeah, it really is very. It was a very good crate, and so I'm looking forward to this month's crate. There's still time for this month. It's the theme is transformation, so definitely check it out. It's lootcrate.com. Don't want to miss out on that. You'd be glad you did. You'd be glad if you do get the box. This might very well be a relatively short episode because I am tired. Culture Fly. If you haven't subscribed to any of their boxes, you're missing out on some really cool stuff as well too. Definitely worth checking out. It's culturefly.com. Also Funko.com. Definitely worth checking out. They got some really cool stuff. They just got done with their unboxing for the X-Men crate. Now they're working on Captain Marvel for the next theme, and I'm sure that's going to be good and everything. So we'll find out in a couple months how that turns out. So definitely worth subscribing. It's at Funko.com, as well as not only the Collector Corps but the Marvel Collector Corps. But you could check out DC Legion of Collectors and Disney Treasures and the ever so popular Star Wars Smuggler's Bounty. Definitely worth checking out. That's Funko.com. And this episode is brought to you by M&J Video Games and Collectibles. Trade in your old video games and consoles. From retro video games, accessories, and systems. You can also trade in your DVD box sets and Blu-rays. You can also trade in your sports cards and novelty items, as well as wrestling collectibles and autographed items, spanning from sports, wrestling, and actors. If you happen to be in the Connecticut area and you want to check out this wonderful store that they have, there's directions on their website, as well as a list of events going on. So if you want to check out more information on where the stores are located and the list of events in your area, you can check it out on their website at mjvideogamesandcollectibles.com. And of course, this episode is brought to you by the She Bean Brewing Company here in Connecticut, home of the Down Right Up Left YB. Very good beer, outstanding beer. It's one of my favorites, and I hope they keep this because this is really, really good. And if you want to check out this beer and other beers and all the other beers, support your local brewery and check out, while checking out this one, at shebeanbrewing.com, and you can follow them on the social media apps, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or you can download the Untapped app today. Definitely worth checking out. And it's tax season, and you definitely don't want to. So if you want to find a way to splurge this year, you could check. Why not go down to the Meadowlands Center at the Meadowlands Expo Center in New Jersey. Meadowlands, New Jersey. It's the East Coast Comic Con on May 17th, 18th, and 19th in May. And they got some really cool events going on there, and you don't want to miss out on that, and that's eastcoastconusa.com. Also, Kineticon is just around the corner. It's in July. You don't want to miss out on that. It's Kineticon. I believe it's kineticon.org. As soon as I get the proper webpage and everything, I'll send that out to you. Got some huge announcements regarding Power Rangers. So if you're a Power Rangers fan, you definitely want to check that out. They just got the original Power Ranger Jason from Jason the Red Ranger from the Mighty Morphin era. Austin St. John is going to be there. The greatest Red Ranger ever. So, you don't want to miss out on this because this is going to be very, very awesome. So check out. Oh boy. Sorry about that. Kineticon in the search engine, and don't want to miss out on that. And the ticket prices are very amazing. And I think I made up my mind. I'm definitely going to Kineticon. So I'm using my tax return money for that. So I'm looking forward to it. So definitely worth checking out. It's I believe it's kineticon.org, but I'll get back to you all on that on the next episode. So yeah. We have a really good show. pretty interesting show. Super Bowl. Let's talk about the Super Bowl. Super Bowl. sound like a drunken Bill Cosby. The Super Bowl. Yep, I went there. But no, the Super Bowl. Oh man. Yeah, it's that boring. Yeah, it was that boring. I will say their both teams' defense was really good. I will say that, which explains why it was such a boring game. It was more defense than offense. And then, of course, we all know what happened at the end. Patriots win. Whoop-de-doo. Yay. Golf clap. That's all they get. I already inducted him into the Channel X Hall of Fame, so I'm giving credit where credit was due last year. So at last year's Super Bowl, that I give credit where credit was due, but I'm glad I worked. So there was pretty much not much to talk about, really. So yeah, yay. Whoop-de-doo. 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 Patriots win. Big deal. Big fucking deal. I saw highlights on ESPN, so I'm good. But I don't know. I really don't know. But well, Patriots need a break next season. They really do. It's like give them a break. Let other teams win for once. God damn it. Let's give the other teams a chance, especially those who never won the Super Bowl in their lifetime, like the Bills. I'm just saying. Rams had a pretty good, Rams did have a pretty good team, but they just buckled under the pressure, and I was like, come on. I mean, I know it's like I get it. I'm not criticizing the Rams too much because they did a good job. I mean, they actually did what they wanted to do, and that was to prevent them from getting any early advantages with touchdowns, like they always do. I mean, I understand, but with with that one touchdown, I mean, at least they still did their job. So it just pissed off a lot of people who were betting on a different score. So so yeah, but hey, I will say this though. I will say that they did, that that the game was won by 10 points. However, it was the wrong team, so I was half right. I was like, I got the 10 point right, um, winning the Super Bowl by 10 points, but it was on the wrong team. So, so I mean, I got to give credit where credit is due. It's like didn't, I didn't want to predict an actual score because I really didn't care about like the actual score. Last year I came close. So that was pretty good. That was a pretty damn good prediction that I did last year. Last season. So I thought it was pretty good. But yeah, congratulations, of course, are in order to the Patriots. I mean, good for them. Um, there was some criticism, of course, about Adam Levine doing the halftime show. Um, I was reading more into it about a lot of things. Colin Kaepernick was trying to reach out to him because he really didn't want to see Adam doing the halftime show because um he was for um he was behind Colin and everything like that, and it was just a mess, and he was like, really, you're gonna do that to me? So I was like, you know I mean, it's like, a lot of, I like Adam Levine, I do, and it's just that his, I mean, it's up to him and everything. That's how I look at. That's how I really look at it. And it's like if you were supporting for a cause, why would you turn into a hypocrite and do the opposite? Do the opposite of what you said you weren't gonna do. So it just doesn't make any sense. So, but I guess it is what it is. I try to not go on camera. It's like I didn't want to drink any cat. It's bad enough that I'm drinking soda, but I didn't want to have no coffee or energy drinks because then I wouldn't go to bed at all and everything. So it doesn't really matter. So, but yeah, I mean, so you know, I I don't know. So um, and of course, everyone's making a big deal about um, joking around that every Adam Levine didn't have a shirt on and everything like that. And Janet Jackson get still is banned from the Super Bowl. And it's like because Adam doesn't have tits. So I mean, come on, how much more can you say? It's like, I mean, I do think that Janet Jackson did her has been punished long enough, and I think that Viacom um should should and the NFL should consider going lenient on her this time and just be like, okay, it's like you did your damage, it's like you learned your lesson, you won't do it again, and everything. Whether her top was um was it, even though the incident was, whether it was intentional or not. I mean, to be quite honest with you, I saw, when I saw that Super Bowl, and I didn't think it was a big deal at the time. I still don't to this day, because did you really see a nipple? Honestly, did you really see a nipple on Janet Jackson? No. She had a speckled pasty on her, covering her areola, her areola and her nipple. So you didn't see nothing there. You didn't see, all you saw was the whole breast and the and the and the pasty. And you know and if I'm, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Lil Kim do something with Diana Ross at the MTV Video Music Awards, when they had on the same outfit and they both had pasties on their right tit? I'm just saying. But Viacom was able to let that go. I'm just saying. And Janet Jackson gets in trouble. The fuck out of here. It's like Janet Jackson's the most talented singer in the Jackson family. Nothing against Michael, nothing against Michael Jackson, because he was the king of pop. But you also have Janet Jackson. She comes from a very talented family. So, with the Jackson 5 and Michael, and hell, even LaToya when she cut her own album. I didn't hear it, but I heard it was okay. There was mixed reviews about it and everything. Some good, some bad. More leaning towards the bad, but still, I mean, it was decent. Especially when she did that pictorial in Playboy. That was decent. And I loved it. I think it was 20 years ago, if I remember correctly, when that happened. It was either 98 or 99 when that happened. Anywho, but Janet Jackson is, she's. Have you seen her lately? She's smoking hot. I'm like, she's one fine lady. Not bad for not bad for a chick in her 50s. I mean, come on. I mean, if all 50-year-old women look like that, god damn, I'd be catcalling all over the place, and I would definitely turn into a thirsty bastard, because the thirst is real. And it's like I've lately seen her special, I've been seeing a lot of videos on her shows that she does, and it pisses me off because I'm not the one that's picked to be on stage with her. I mean, come on. I would not mind getting a lap dance by Janet Jackson. I mean, come on. I mean, that's like a dream come true of mine right there. Getting a lap dance from Janet Jackson. I think I have a lot of things on my bucket list that I need to do, or should I say fucket list, because I have a list of women who I want to but I have to be careful because of the Me Too movement. So, I have to be careful what I say. So, Tom Dog is turning into a little puppy right about now. That's why. But, you know, as I said, it is what it is and everything. But, you know, what can I say? But I don't know. Even though that made no sense whatsoever. Absolutely did not make any sense whatsoever. Because it is what it is. Sound like that guy from No Country from Old Net. I'm going to spin the coin on the table. Did you win? Did you lose? I don't know. You know, it's funny because I never seen that movie before, but yet it's funny how I know some references or lack thereof. It was like, but I'm more pissed off at Justin Timberlake because that motherfucker saw that up close. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Justin. JT. Yeah. You got to see that up close. And you get the toucher. You are a bastard. I'm just joking. You're a good guy. But you're actually one lucky motherfucker. I'm just saying. Yeah. I guess we all knew at the time that what he meant when he was wanting to bring sexy back in. What better way to do that than help contribute to the crime of exposing Janet Jackson's titty? Thank you. Really? I don't know what it is. I'm just a lonely old man. I don't give a shit. A 40-year-old man. Lonely. The only pussy I'm petting is my cat. He's like, oh my god. He's not into bestiality, is he? No. What's the matter with you? Sick freaks. So yeah, we got some dumbass news. If I can find it. I have to find it. I gotta find it. Where the hell is it? Because it was a very funny. It was a really funny. I think it's, yep, here it is. So this is going to create some controversy. And why? Because I don't care. So here's the so this happened apparently this happened in Spain, and this is coming from thisisnews.com. What started as a joke ended with the future of two altar boys from Spain. They were detained overnight after having surprised them putting weed in the censer burner of the Cathedral of San Diego de Compostela. I hope I said that right. I just want to, I don't want to get backlash for saying it wrong. I mean, even though if Donald Trump were to say that cathedral, he would purposely say it wrong, and then he would, and there would be backlash, but yet people will forget it like 5 minutes later. So, for example, he'd be like, Cathedral of San Diego de Compostela. I'm just saying. So, the Cathedral of Santiago de Compostela. There we go. Compostela. The Cathedral of Santiago de Compostela. Let's see, now I fucked it up. I'm sorry. Alright. The censer burner is used the Cathedral of Santiago de Compostela. Compostela. There we go. To celebrate the Epiphany of the Lord. Several assistants stated that in this occasion the holy precinct was suddenly covered in an odd smell. Oh, excuse me. It did not smell as always. It was a familiar smell, but I could not relate. It was a familiar smell, but could not relate it to anything. But in my son's bed, in the son's bedroom, sometimes smell like that. Questions. Following the mass, these altar boys were arrested by the police after confirming that the strange smell was correspond to marijuana. One kid said it was a joke. The idea came during the Christmas Eve mass. We bought no more than a half a kilo of weed. And we drop it inside the censer burner. We are sure that people has left of the cathedral happier more than ever. Finally, and nearby restaurants were making quite a lot of money that day too. Finally, they were freed without charge, but they will not be able to discharge their functions as altar boys anymore because they got to receive their penance by their priests, pants down and all. Ooh, you knew I was gonna go there. You knew I was going to go there. Because hold on. Sorry about that. I got reached out by Luke Raid about the mishap of my last box and everything, so I was just giving them a nice little shout out and everything like that. So oh yeah, what am I doing a peace sign? Why am I saying peace? It's like I'm not leaving yet. Anywho, so yeah. So yeah, whenever there's something that involves church, it's like lately whenever there's something when there's ever a news article about the church, churches and everything like that, I always want to throw in a, the Catholic priest thing and everything. It's like I'm gonna give you some Hail Marys. Just don't tell anybody. These Marys are gonna be bloody. You know. Oh, I'm going to hell. And all you are coming with me. It's like, no, 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 no. I gotta. No. Get it off. Get it off. Get it off. I didn't mean to laugh at that. Please, Father, don't. Please, 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 God. Please, God. Don't make me go to hell with Tom Dog. He'll be able to get away with stuff that he used to get away with on cable access, but then got in trouble with. But then he'll be even more offensive. And that means he'll be humping. He'll be going back to humping plants and humping bushes, and he'll be humping bushes and licking his nipples again. No. Yeah, I can do that. And am I gonna do it here? No, I'm not. Sorry. Maybe on Snapchat. At least I could get away with that. Or Tumblr if they don't block me. I don't know. Oh my god, he licks his nipple. Oh my god, it's so disturbing. Tom Dog just loves to create controversy. Yes, I do. Tom Dog loves to make a lot of controversy. But not as bad as Gucci. Yeah, they've been naughty lately. They've been bad, bad, bad. Gucci, 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 goo. Oh, Gucci. So apparently Gucci made a sweater that has been deemed racist to the highest degree. It's a sweater. It's a turtleneck sweater, which has a half baklava, which covers the half of the face. So it just covers like around the nose, around the nose, and covers the part of your nose all the way down. So you kind of look like a ninja. Well, in this particular turtleneck baklava sweater, whatever you want to call it, has a mouthpiece. It's a black sweater, and it has a mouthpiece where the that half baklava goes, and of course, it has lips. So the controversy is the incident is that the fact that it's highly offensive, and because it's resembling blackface. Now, it's one of the most racist things in pop culture, so we don't need a reference, need to explain what it is, because everybody knows what blackface is. It's one of the most insulting things that you could ever do to the black community. And Gucci has apologized about it, but yet the sweater was still around and everything. So, and of course, this got everybody heated, of course, especially me. And because I understand that a lot of people were upset, but one thing I did not notice, and I kind of brought it up on the last episode, the episode, not the predictions episode, but the one before it. And this is the point that I was making, and that nobody considered boycotting Gucci. Nobody considered boycotting Gucci, and that's what pissed me off. It's like it didn't even hit social media, hashtag boycott Gucci, up until I started saying something about it. So all I did was put hashtag boycott Gucci. So that's what I did, and I still do not care, because it really is ridiculous that, as I said in the last episode there, that people can boycott stupid shit, but yet when it's something serious like the racist Gucci sweater that should be taken off of shelves and burned in a bonfire, is that nobody has ever thought, no one has ever thought about boycotting Gucci, and that pisses me off. Is that the fact that which proves my point that people will want to boycott stupid things like a red cup and a former CEO of Starbucks considering running for president, and boycott Starbucks that way. It's stupid. It really is stupid, as I said. And it just bothers me is that something this serious, like the Gucci sweater, sparked, legitimate hatred, and not one commenter had the decency to do the right thing and say, I'm going to boycott Gucci. No one has ever stepped forward into doing that, and that's what pisses me off. So I immediately went on there and I said boycott, and I just said right there, hashtag boycott Gucci. And it's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. Why should I have to do it? I would follow them. I would follow those who would consider doing that, but I had to be the one to start it. So, if it's up there, it's up there. But I'll keep it going until then, because it exactly means what I mean. And not only that, another thing that also pissed me off too was that that National Enquirer is being accused of blackmailing Jeff Bezos, which led to his divorce of his wife. And so, and it just pisses me off. It's like Donald Trump wants to boycott fake news, which is, he wants to boycott CNN, he wants to boycott New York Daily, the New York Post and Washington Post or whatever. these all these things that they say that quote have it out on him, and he's actually he's claiming to be the victim, even though he's the one. Even though he's the one that's acting like a fucking bully. Case in point, his little remark to Elizabeth Warren after she was considering running for president in 2020, and he had to say and Donald Trump had to say some inappropriate things again, targeting Elizabeth Warren, which I don't understand why he's saying some racist things to Elizabeth Warren, and whatever her background is, I mean, I understand and everything, and I'm not gonna get into that, but but to insult her by saying a racial, saying something inappropriate and everything, which turns you into a full blood racist. I mean, come on, don't give me that. Don't give me that garbage that you're not a racist bullshit. It's like you constantly bully. Donald Trump constantly bullies Elizabeth Warren, constantly. If it's not Hillary Clinton, it's Elizabeth Warren, and he's nothing more than a goddamn bully. But everybody's afraid of doing it if because if it wasn't Donald Trump, everybody, the president at the time would be impeached. I'm just saying. He would be forced to resign his duties because he's saying something racist towards, because of this person saying racist to Elizabeth Warren or somebody else that's not white. I'm just saying. But it always seems to be okay that Donald Trump is saying it because of the fact that, as I said once before, Donald Trump, everybody is afraid of Donald Trump. Everybody's an absolute, everybody is totally afraid of Donald Trump because if it was any other president acting the way Donald Trump is doing, if not worse, they would have been gone a long time ago. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It's like what if Donald Trump was um hold on a second. that, folks. Had a little bit of an issue. But I'm just sick and tired of the hypocrisy, once again, done by Donald Trump. Because everybody's afraid of him. Otherwise, if everybody wasn't afraid of Donald Trump, he would have been not be running this country. He's not. That is why he's not a president, because it's okay for him to be insensitive. It's okay for him to be an asshole. Not in my book. Not in my book. I'm getting sick and tired of everybody not doing their goddamn job and say, why is he acting like this? If it was any other person, whether they were running for president or not, and they were acting the same way as Donald Trump is, if not worse, why the fuck? They would have been gone. They would have been gone. Donald Trump saying all these hurtful things on Twitter. Saying all these, being a goddamn bully towards everybody. Whether it's Hillary Clinton, whether it's Elizabeth Warren, whether it's Nancy Pelosi, or Chuck Schumer. Doesn't matter who it is. Even Robert Mueller. Doesn't matter. He's a fucking bully and he needs to be gone. He does. And I'm getting sick and tired of I'm sick and tired of having to be the one that has to, that always has to say something about this. Because if I was in the situation that Donald Trump, if I was in the situation where I was being insulted by Donald Trump, I would go to great lengths. I would go to great lengths to get him out of office. Because I have the balls to do so. But no, because everybody's a fucking coward when it comes to dealing with Donald Trump. Everybody's a goddamn coward. Elizabeth Warren, she's a fucking coward for not putting a stop to this. Nancy Pelosi is certainly a coward for not doing something about this. Everybody in Congress, Hillary Clinton, are all a bunch of cowards when it comes to dealing with Donald Trump. Give me the ball and I'll kick his. And I'm not talking about running for president because I don't want the job. Put me in a spot where I can get Donald Trump out of office and banned from running for 2020. I'm saying. I am sick and tired of him acting like a goddamn bully every time. I'm sick of it. And this shit needs to stop right now. Everybody is guilty. Everybody is guilty for allowing Donald Trump to do this because all of you are a bunch of cowards. So, guess what? Since you want to become cowards, I'm taking a stand by not fucking voting next year. And I hope our enemies win. Because I'm tired of it. I'm sick and tired of this. Of Donald Trump acting like a goddamn bully and nobody isn't doing anything about it. Has to be somebody. But nobody wants to do it. Nobody has the balls to impeach Donald Trump. I do. Give me that power to grant this impeachment. All of you are a bunch of cowards. So good luck in 2020, because you won't get none of my votes. None. Same thing with National Enquirer. Why isn't everybody, oh, he's talking about fake news this and fake news that? When National Enquirer is nothing more than a breeding ground of fake news. And Donald Trump isn't doing nothing about them. You know why? Because him and Donald Trump and the National Enquirer are like this. So let's boycott the National Enquirer too. But no, nobody wants to boycott the National Enquirer, even though, because it's too easy. The Democrats want to boycott Starbucks because the former CEO of Starbucks is considering running in 2020. Throw my name in the hat. I'll run in 2020. Now, I'm not going to support Republicans or Democrats. I'm forming my own party. The I don't give a damn party. The Tom Dog Party. Because there ain't no party like a Tom Dog Party, because the Tom Dog Party don't stop. And if Donald Trump wants to throw down, I'll throw down. Give you an opportunity to punch him right there in the face in front of millions of people. Because I'll do it. I don't care if I don't win. It just sickens me that everybody's afraid of Donald Trump. Everybody is. I'm not afraid of him. I'm not. And what pisses me off even more is that he's playing this country like a harp from hell. That's what it is. So, good luck in 2020, because none of you motherfuckers are getting my vote. I'm just saying, since you guys don't want to do nothing, I'm not going to do nothing. I'm going to pay my taxes like a good little boy and punch in, do my job, and go home after my shift is over. Call it a night, put my feet up. I'm just saying. But anyways, that's all the time I have for today. And be sure to follow me on Twitter at TomDog247. And if you missed any of tonight's episode, you can check this out as soon as I turn off the camera. Thumbs up the video if you like it. Comment down below what you thought about the Super Bowl. Ringy dingy that bell to stay notified of what I'm going to be doing next. And more importantly, more than anything in the world, and I would love you for it, that's face hug that subscribe button. We'll see you Thursday. Till then, this is Tom Dog saying take care, so long, peace.